Hey y'all, happy Monday evening. Welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Hi y'all, I missed y'all, so I have a lot of catching up to do. So real quick little podcast. You know how people say housekeeping, a little podcast keeping. So Potomac will be out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be first thing in the morning. I'm going to try to get it first thing in the morning, but it will be out tomorrow, the review. Salt Lake City, I'm just going to pair it with this week's because I didn't do one for last week. I did an episode with Kempire. Make sure y'all check that out if you haven't. And I didn't really get into Salt Lake, and I have been intending. I'm either going to do that or wait and do it, or do like a 15-minute drive by tomorrow. But I'm pretty much probably going to pair it on Thursday when it comes out. I'm going to have a special guest. So excited. Y'all will be excited too. I strongly believe y'all will be, well, I know y'all will be excited because y'all like when this person comes on. So I'm gonna have another guest. And then OC, y'all have forgot about it. It'll be out before the next OC. Bell Collective also will be out. So y'all are going to get all of those this week before Thursday. I had a week. I had a couples brunch yesterday and I ended up working. Normally, I've lately been making myself take off the weekend. Corey's been like, you need to take off at least one day. I've been taking off, and this weekend I did not. Then I had a couples brunch to go to. I worked in the morning. Child was supposed to be from 2 to 5. I don't think we left till 7:30. Mimosas, and then eventually we just stopped putting up. Well, I had poinsettias, cranberry juice, and the champagne instead of the orange juice. And then one of them, my girlfriend made me two with cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and the champagne. Child, then after a while, I just stopped putting the juices in them. So yeah, when we were leaving the house, I jumped on Corey's back. Well, I said, "Can I get on your back and you carry me to the car? Let's see how far we can go." And he did. We didn't make it all the way because he had went to the gym too. He said it was leg day, and if you could see where they live, but we made it a good distance. So we had a good time. So I'm catching back up. So bear with me. I love y'all. I get ready to go back and watch Potomac after this for the third time to take some more notes. But I just wanted to come to y'all. I miss y'all. I have ride share stories for y'all. Y'all, real quick, why have y'all ever been in a lift? Well, I always say ride share, but and you forgot something. If you have, you know how to contact the driver. But if not, for those of you that haven't, if you forgot something, there's a way to go into your rides and like select like forgot something, and it'll send a message to the driver. So then I would open it up and it would say, and then Lyft would ask, was the item found? Was the item not found? Me, I tried to make it a habit of looking after people got out, but I'm like, I try to remember to look. I do good maybe 80% of the time, but that other 20%, it really is not my responsibility. It's for you to look. It's for you to make sure you didn't leave anything. Now, if you left it there, I'm definitely going to get it back to you. I don't believe in not doing it. Now, I've had some where they've left it back there. They didn't realize it. I didn't realize it. Thankfully, other passengers didn't take it. And then you look back and you're in another town and they need it. Well, I'm going to get it to you when I get back. So I definitely do that, right? So, like I told y'all, I worked Sunday morning. I get money. I get money. And right, so it was coming. Boom, 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 boom. But I knew I had to stop because I needed to go to the gym, then get ready for this brunch. So I wake up in the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I glance at my phone and I see that I have a Lyft notification. And I'm like, I know ain't nobody trying to play on my Lyft stuff like they tried to do before about the whole dog thing. But then, cameras were needed in my car so people can't lie. But anyway, so I, because for those of you that don't know, 2 times a week apart, someone contacted Lyft and said they had an animal, a service animal, and I refused them service. And you can get kicked off the platform for that. I've been with them for 8 years. So they saw my record, they saw all of that. So they were like, they basically, the second time they didn't deactivate, but restricted my account. I was going off. And so then I was like, yeah, I had to get a backup camera because, not a backup, but a car camera because people be trying to lie. But anyway, so I see the Lyft notification early this morning. I'm like, What is going on, child? Let me read y'all what it say. This is what it say. I forgot an item. I'm like, what? Somebody forgot something? I'm gonna have to. All right, let me see if I. Before I even read it, my mind is already off. Aries off in a thousand directions. All right, if they left it, depending on where they are, I'm gonna get it to them first thing this morning. It says, Taria, it'd be nice to connect with you since we're in the same neighborhood with his phone number and then his name. How you know we're in the same neighborhood? What happened was the person told me they moved from one part of Maryland to this part and they were getting used to it. It takes some getting used to. Um, but the neighborhood seems quiet. And I said, oh, I'm in the area a lot. And I did like this with my finger, like a lot, meaning like driving. I never even said I lived in the area. I said I'm in the area a lot, you know. And he was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Yeah, this is it's a nice it's quiet out here. Don't too many people bother you." That was it. Now, you know what? Some people may say, "Hey, somebody tried to shoot their shot with me the other day, y'all. I got to tell y'all that story, but because it was where it went was crazy. You don't know if somebody's single or not, right? So you shoot your shot, but I guess I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I guess nothing beats a fail like a try, right? Unfortunately, this one for him was a fail because my man is here. But anyway, but he was a nice guy. I remember the ride, very nice guy, very respectful. And it wasn't anything out of pocket. It was just I just wasn't expecting that. It was already like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, and my mind just went when I saw forgot item, like, oh my God, somebody forgot something. So, but anyway, that I sent it to Corey. He talking about you still got it. I said, and do. But anyway, let's get into these are quick stories. I know y'all have probably already heard this information, but as I always say, I want to talk to y'all about it. For those of y'all that are new here, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. There's 1,001, 1,000,001 content creators, and for you to add me to your roster, your rotation, cool. Like I said, my Potomac review will be out tomorrow. So let's get into it. First up, y'all know that I was going down to the courthouse for Wendy and Eddie's trial because y'all know this Potomac cast gonna keep me in a courthouse if nothing else. Well, that date has been changed. It was originally November 7th, hers and Eddie's, right? Then we know that Wendy came out and is accusing the I guess Carroll County of an illegal arrest, asking for evidence to be suppressed, any, admissions to be suppressed, any evidence, electronic communications, all of that to be, so I was going to say repressed, to be suppressed, and for her to be severed, her case to be severed from Eddie's. Y'all, when I first came to y'all and told y'all that, I thought she meant, I legit, I was like, oh, she want him to get off too. I didn't realize she meant, no, disconnect our cases. We are not together. We are not the same. No, we are not together. From what I've been hearing, that's standard practice. My girlfriend, who is absolutely gorgeous, is in the legal field, beautiful, has the coin. I always tell her she don't live too far from, well, I wouldn't say too far, but up that way. Like you'd have to pass where she lives to get to Wendy and Eddie's house. And funny enough, she used to live in that county, so she knows. We were talking about that too, how basically Wendy's trying to find if it's going to be hard to find a jury of her peers because don't none of them look like them down there, right? So, but anyway, I always tell her, girl, you like her being my friend aside, she really could give them girls a run for the money. Like I said, she got the look, the money, the background, like all of that, whatever. So when I saw her yesterday at my couples brunch, I told her, she said, honey, because them Potomac girls go to jail. But anyway, we were talking about the case, and she said that was standard practice, as other attorneys that I've listened to have said the same thing to separate them. So she said it definitely makes sense to do so. So we want to keep an eye on the dates, right? I want to be flying down to no courthouse an hour away for it not to be. Well, I went online this morning and I see that Wendy's court date has changed from November 7th to December 2nd, and Eddie's does not have a date at all. So I'm wondering, are they doing that Did Wendy do that? Like, what would the reason be? Would it be to try to, I guess, try to get it, since she filed for it to be dismissed on the grounds of illegal arrest and all of that? Is she trying to do all that before even having to go to court? Like, is she trying to see if she can get it dismissed or the charges dropped right before court? I guess we shall see. Speaking of Eddie, we know that Eddie has hired an attorney. So this according to Us Weekly, because remember people were like, Eddie doesn't have an attorney, Eddie doesn't have an attorney listed. RHOP's Eddie Osefo hires lawyer with ties to Clinton and Lewinsky scandal to represent him in fraud case. Exclusive. The Real Housewives of Potomac star Eddie Osefo hired powerhouse attorney Joseph Murtha, who previously worked on a high-profile case involving former President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, to defend him against insurance fraud allegations. Us Weekly can exclusively report. On Friday, October 24th, Murtha filed court documents in the Bravo Stars criminal case. As previously reported, Osefo and his wife, Wendy Osefo, were arrested on October 9th on charges of insurance fraud, conspiracy, insurance fraud, and making a false statement to police officers. Wendy, 41, filed court docs this week asking to have her trial separate from any co-defendants, including her husband. She also asked for all charges to be dropped. Eddie, 41, hired Martha, who has quite experience in court. And I'm wondering if we're going to now see him file the same as what Wendy filed. According to his law website, Martha is a veteran trial attorney with experience in both state and federal courts. He is well known for two high-profile cases. He represented Linda Tripp in a case where she was accused of breaking the law when she taped her conversations with Lewinsky, who was involved in a sex scandal with former President Clinton while he was in office in 1995. All charges against Tripp were dropped in 2000. In a separate case, Murtha represented a Baltimore police officer named William Porter. Prosecutors charged Porter with manslaughter over the death of 25-year-old Freddie Gray. Gray sustained fatal injuries while in police custody on charges of possession of a knife. He was taken to a trauma center and announced that he had passed on April 19, 2015. His death led to protests and numerous investigations into the matter. Funny enough, during that time is when I was attending Jamal Bryant's church, Gizelle Bryant's ex-husband. And he had a church, and then he had another building downtown Baltimore called the Family Life Center, where they would do like youth activities and different things. And they renamed it the Freddie Gray Center. And he started a lot of those protests in Baltimore. 3 officers were found not guilty. 2 officers had charges dropped, and Porter had his charges dropped after a mistrial. In his filing, Eddie demanded prosecutors turn over the names of all potential witnesses they plan to call to testify against him. Eddie's lawyer asked that all charges be dismissed. Oh, he did. Okay. See, I didn't know that because it's the first time I'm reading the article. I saw the headlines and I wanted to read it with y'all. Eddie's lawyer asked that all charges be dismissed due to issues with the charging document. He also asked, as did Wendy, that all evidence collected be suppressed due to its being part of an unlawful search and seizure. I want to see what this means. If he asked for all charges to be dismissed due to the charging document. And I want to see what exactly does that mean. It means charges dismissed due to issues with the charging document means the court has ended the case because the initial legal papers filed by the prosecution were flawed or legally insufficient. This can happen if the document fails to properly state the law being violated. Oh, wow. Contains significant errors or lacks the necessary legal basis to proceed. A dismissal based on a faulty charging document is a ruling on a procedural and legal error rather than the merits of the case itself. So that's what Eddie is saying. His lawyer is saying happened. There's something wrong. Child. Okay, what else? Let me see what else. Let me go back. In his filing, Eddie also asked that he be tried separately from any co-defendant in the case, same as Wendy. He said if he was not granted this request, it would be clearly prejudicial to his right to due process and a flagrant violation of his constitutional and other legal rights. I like when they use words like that, like flagrant and, all kinds of stuff. As Us first reported, the legal drama started after Wendy and Eddie called to report a burglary at their Maryland home in April 2024. The duo said someone broke into their home and stole various expensive items while they were on vacation. It'll be interesting to see if both of their charges get dropped. If the county charging them were in such a hurry that some of the paperwork was mishandled. But we do know they will not be at court on November 7th. Wendy's new date is December 2nd, which is after BravoCon. And Eddie's doesn't have a date listed. So again, I'm wondering if they're pushing it out, hoping that all of this gets dismissed, or that just standard procedure. Like when they were arrested, they got a court date then, but then once you obtain a lawyer and all of that, they do all of that stuff to get it pushed back. But who knows, y'all? It still doesn't seem real to me. And Eddie's doing a pop-up, y'all. Shout out to my girl Fly Chai. She was like, basically, I should go. Hold on. She did. Eddie is having a pop-up for his marijuana business. I'm thinking about it. The pop-up is, well, one already happened. One was October the 24th in Pikesville for anybody that lives in the DMV area or, the Maryland area close. The other one is October 30th, Silver Spring from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So the 30th is Thursday. So this Thursday, y'all, in Silver Spring, I'm trying to see. Let me see exactly where it is in Silver Spring because the little flyer thing just says Silver Spring. In case any of y'all want to go, I wonder if he's gonna be there. I would think so, right? To promote the brand. Let's see. It says, I'm gonna show y'all. Share, because sharing is caring, and we get ready to share something else. Let's see. Happy Eddie. Curio Wellness, made for well-beings. Happy Eddie pop-up. I wonder if they did this because they know people will show up. It's kind of smart, right? 10:30 story, Silver Spring. So it says, okay. Oh, Wendy commented the clapping hand, fire emoji, and the kiss. So I guess it's story in Silver Spring. If y'all want to go, let me know. If I stop by, I'll let y'all know. What y'all say? All right, let's get into what else we were going to talk about. So we know that Gizelle and Robyn have the podcast of Reasonably Shady, and they've been quiet. And when I recorded with Kempire, I noticed that they hadn't come out and said anything. People were like, I can't wait to see what they have to say. Some people speculated they were going to be shady. Some people speculated they weren't going to be shady. So I'm going to play a little bit of what they had to say. And then if this doesn't cover all of it, I'll tell you the other. But we can stop the share now. Let me see. This is what they had to say. This is from the Bravo Shade Room by way of Reasonably Shady. So let's get into it.
First I want to say I am highly shocked, surprised, and disappointed by the charges.
I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, if everything that is in these documents is true, so of course you're guilty, but innocent until proven guilty. But if everything in these charging documents is true, I'm highly disappointed. And then I just have so many questions, like why did they? Yeah, why did we need to do this?
Why?
Yeah,
that is my biggest question. Like I immediately thought, first of all, huge disappointment, sad, right? Because it's so sad for their children. Guilty or innocent, their parents were removed from their house and brought down to a police station and charged. They have mugshots. That is, I'm sure, super scary for their children. So sad. But like, why?
Why?
In my mind, I'm like, this can't be for materialistic things. Like, you don't.
What else is it for though? Because it was highly intentional, highly planned, not well thought out, but thought out. Anyway, first I want to say I am highly out, but thought out.
Yeah.
So like I saw a clip where she was kind of like talking about how well Happy Eddie is doing. So it makes me think like, okay, well, was that an exaggeration? Like, was that not the truth? I don't know. But it's also like, why? And then more why questions like, why did they think that they could get away with this? Why did they think, because I'll be honest, I watch a lot of crime shows, ID channel. Me too. I watch ID channel, American Greed, I'm all on the, assassins, anything. I could commit a crime. Like I would know what to do, to commit a crime and try to cover it up and all of that type of stuff. And I know I'm still getting caught. Like I know that there's no way I could I could put together the perfect crime scene based on my experience watching these shows. And I know I'm still going to get caught. Like, so I don't understand how they thought that they were going to get away with that thought out. So like I saw a clip where she was kind of like talking about how well Happy Eddie is doing.
So I will say, I felt like they didn't say anything. I mean, they have a podcast based on pop culture. Yes, I would expect them to talk about it outside of everything else, like Gizelle being on the cast with her. So I don't think they said anything that was bad. Somebody said this. They didn't say anything bad and sounded unbiased, literally asking the same questions everyone else is asking. And Robyn did some research before she spoke. I was pleasantly surprised. And I agree. Like, I don't think they said anything bad. Somebody else said, I listened. I guess they listened to the whole thing. I think they did a very well. I think they did a very well job speaking on this topic. Jizzy expressed how she likes Wendy and loves Eddie, and that they thought about the kids. Jizzy and Robyn could have said worse, but they kept it cute with a few kikis. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and play the other one. This might be the few kikis that were spoken of, but yeah, that portion right there didn't seem. You know what I mean? Like they were saying or doing anything bad. Let's get into this clip. This is from No Chaser TV. We're gonna get into this clip. Where'd it go?
It's before the charges and after the charges. Okay. So that's where the life is. You know how it's like,
right. Where were
Trump
you when?
And after Trump? Right. Right. Yes. Like, where were you when Barack Obama won? Like, cause you remember that, right?
Yes. I'm
forever going to remember where I was when news broke that Wendy and Eddie had been charged, arrested, in jail, mugshot. Like, I will forever remember where I was.
I will forever remember that. Okay. So where were you? And I'll tell you where I was.
Okay.
I want you to guess where I was, but
you were in bed.
I was on the couch.
Okay. Even better. Okay. So
being a couch potato.
Yes, I love the couch. The couch. Okay. So I had decided to.
That's funny because K. Michelle said she was on the couch, right? Okay.
To wash my hair, of all things, right? So I'm in the shower. I'm washing my hair. I'm enjoying myself. The water is hot. Life is good. I hear my phone exploding, like ringing, bzz, bzz, ringing. Like, and I'm like,
and I'm sorry, y'all can see the words might not be 100% with y'all know how it goes with the sounds, which
like, all of my men are trying to contact me.
Yes.
Like,
they miss you.
Yeah. So I get out the shower and I see like you've called me or you've texted me, one of the two.
I think I called you. Yeah.
I'm picking up the phone. Ashley calls.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, she says, girl, is your phone explode? I said, yes. She said, Wendy and Eddie. I said, what? Divorce? She was like, no, jail. I said, what?
What? Right. What?
So then I immediately open Instagram to see these mugshots and I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
My God. Okay. Where were you?
So I was on the couch.
Yeah.
And, I was watching my morning shows and my phone like just started dinging. And I'm like, I don't like pick up my phone right away, but it just kept happening. Cause sometimes like, you get all these like junk mail messages and stuff, but I just kept getting ding, 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 ding. And I looked at the phone and it was like, former castmates texting and former producers texting and, and I'm like, what?
Former producers texting. Can you imagine? I would like to see Probably not. But I want to say, like, what was they all, like, what was they all saying?
Everybody.
I saw that picture. I was like, what on earth? Like, what? I mean, that was the biggest, it was so shocking. Just
it was shocking.
Their mug shots. And then it was kind of weird because the mug shots were like a little sinister looking.
It's before the charges and
But
after
there was
the
that one. I don't think that was anything bad either. And then,
first, I want to say I am highly shocked, surprised, and disappointed.
we already watched that one, but I wanted y'all to see it. So I don't think they're asking anything. All of us aren't asking. And then as far as them laughing, I could just be naive, but I didn't think in that moment they were laughing at her. When we first discovered the news, DJ Richie Sky and I we did a live on his channel. And for those of you that didn't see it, I posted it on my page as well. And somebody in the comments said they're laughing, or why are they laughing? And I said, we were not laughing at the situation. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, but I almost felt like, I don't know what to do with my face, because it's almost like you're like, I can't believe, like, is this real? But you're not laughing at them. And I feel like that's how they were feeling too. Like we've all said it just doesn't seem real. Like I said, it still doesn't. Like I also said when I did the video about Dr. Wendy, filing the paperwork saying that, it was an illegal arrest, even if they get the charges dropped, both of them, if they get them dropped based on that, there are people that are still going to look at them sideways because they're not proclaiming innocence. They're proclaiming, you didn't follow protocol. And hey, do whatever you got to do, right? If I was defending myself, if I was trying to get out of it, but it's just, so I don't think that Gizelle, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't think that Gizelle or Robyn said or did anything different than what we were expecting. And that person who commented, who listened, said that they listened, and Gizelle said she liked Wendy and she loved Eddie, and they were concerned about their kids. So their kids, boy, I just keep thinking about their kids too, having to go to school with your parents plastered all over the place, especially in the town they go to school. If they go to school in that county, like, it's just, I know we keep saying it, but truly my thoughts and prayers. I pray that God covers those kids and surrounds those kids, and that it doesn't get to them, because my God, this is a lot. So y'all let me know what y'all think about Gizelle and Robyn. Do you think they went too far? Do you think they didn't? Y'all let me know. One last thing. I wasn't even going to talk about it. I'm probably not even going to put it in the title, but I thought this was funny, and I agree with them. Did y'all watch What Happens Live last night? Hold on.
Everyone, you were the perfect boss.
Best boss.
And continue to be the
And you're in the mix, because the staff is small. You're like of the people.
Mm-hmm.
These are two women that have a show on Radio Andy on Sirius. They're sisters, Mariah and I can't think of her other sister's name. Oh my gosh! But they're the Smith sisters. So,
all right. But am I invited to the cookout?
No.
You heard that? He said, "Am I invited to the cookout?" They said no.
You don't ask.
I didn't think they would say no.
Also,
Not even as a guest? No.
we didn't invite you as
And they all said no.
You know what?
I know.
Guess what? You could come as the celebrity guest.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. People would love that.
Love that.
Well, I don't like. That's like a dotted line. That's like the fine print.
Yeah, and Andy might show up, and then you show up, everyone's so happy, we'll give you a rib, some potato salad, and then go on about your business.
And you will do.
I'm with them. No, we need to go back to gatekeeping a little bit and stop inviting every non-Black person that can do the what is it, the Cuban shuffle, the kid and play, and got a little bit of rhythm in the hips, or dating one of us, or claim they like us until further notice. There will no invita- there will no invi- there will no there will until further notice, no further invitations will be extended. Okay. But I thought that was funny. The fact that he even asked. I don't even want him there as a celebrity guest, to be honest. No, sir. But I thought that was funny. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. I remember years ago, my daughter is 21 now, finishing her last year in college, Syracuse University, but she's doing a semester in DC and she's currently doing I'm so proud of her, doing some good things there. But I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, she was like, Mom, we need to start gatekeeping stuff more. And I was like, talking about our community. I said, y'all out of the mouths of babes, honey. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I just showed y'all that because I thought it was funny. Let me know what y'all think about Robyn and Gizelle, what they had to say. Do y'all, I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think there anybody that's out there in the legal field, do y'all think there is a chance that Eddie and Wendy may get off with this filing about procedures not being followed? And as y'all gonna go to Happy Eddie's pop-up, let me know if y'all go and I'll let y'all know if I decide to swing by. Love y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later. See ya.